So, from the banks of Father Thames, it is the second annual VC Poker Cup, this tournament that brings together the poker professionals, the high rollers, the celebrities, and the online gamers too. 96 players all in all competing over 5 days. Now, the 12 semi-finalists will divide up the total prize money of £480,000. The winner, though, will take home 200 grand. Now, that really is a big deal. In a succession of shiny motors, some of the world's most renowned card players started arriving in southwest London for day one of qualifying. For then, a grueling 10-hour session was on the cards with the prize, Europe's top poker title, the VC Poker Cup. Once registration was done, the players drew their places at the tables and we were ready for action. So the big names arriving in Teddington, and very shortly they're going to be hitting the decks. But before we see that, for those of you who don't know your blinds from your bluffs, your ace from your elbow, here's a quick guide to the joys of Texas Hold'em poker. Each player is dealt 2 cards face down, known as their pocket cards. As the rounds of betting progress, 5 cards are then placed face up on the table. The first 3 are called the flop. The 4th card is known as the turn, and then the 5th, the river. Each player has to make the best 5-card poker hand out of the 7 cards thus available to him, and the player with the best hand wins the pot of money. King of poker hands is a royal flush, and the rankings go down through the straight flush, 4 of a kind, and a full house. Full house beats a flush, which in turn beats a straight. Next we have 3 of a kind, followed by 2 pair, 1 pair, and finally the lowest winning hand, which is a high card, with ace naturally, the highest card in the pack. So here's how the VC Poker Cup works. Each day we have 4 tables. This, for example, is our featured TV table. And each table sends through 1 lucky winner to the semi-finals. So at the end of the 3 qualifying days, we have 12 semi-finalists. Now, in the semis, they're broken up into 2 tables, 6 players each. And the last 3 remaining players from those 2 tables go through to the finals, where you have 6 players, 1 table, and 1 lucky player going home with 200 grand. So let's meet our contestants.
Yep, with a £200,000 reward on its head, the 2005 VC Poker Cup strolled into town, and soon to follow with a magnificent 8 on the first TV table. Simon Childs is an unknown from the internet, but he just might be the maverick. Bruce Atkinson, aka Elvis Sr., he'll be hoping he don't go home lonesome tonight. From down under, Tony G is the most aggressive player at the table. He'll come out all guns blazing. Paul Jackson may seem the friendly amigo, but be warned, this pro can turn. The table ain't big enough for 2 Aussies, and Tino Lekic knows it. The favorite may face his compatriot at high noon. David Benjamin is a likable man from the French plains. Will he be the poker rustler? Rob Hollink is an experienced pro from Holland, hoping to steal the bounty and become the outlaw. And lastly, Stuart Fox has played Texas Hold'em with the best of them and come away with more than a fistful of dollars.
So, who'll be quick on the draw? These are the positions of the 8 contestants around the table. We join the action for the 6th hand, and picking up commentary are Barney Bowman and first, Jim Proudfoot.
Well, there have been a few bits and pieces in the first 5 hands, Barney. No significant moves so far.
Well, I can tell you, Jim, this is about as tough a lineup as you would find in any tournament in the world. If you were in the final table with David Benjamin, Rob Hollink and Tony G, you'd know you had a tough game ahead of you.
Rob with an ace and a queen.
Tony G limping in from first, and Rob Hollink, quite rightly, no respecter of that. He knows Tony's going to want to see a lot of flops. And Rob has the best seat on the table to the right of Tony G. These are the 2 most aggressive players.
Turn them off.
2 diamonds in the flop.
Check.
And that is good for Tino, who had 2 in his hand as well.
Also holding an 8, I believe.
Call 50. Call. Raise of 1350.
Tino's come over the top here. He has a pair and a full flush.
Raise.
But Tony G, with two pairs, is significantly in front.
45-15.
Rob Hollink, who started before the flop with the best hand, really doesn't have enough of this to carry on. But this is going to be a big pot. Pair and a four flush against kings up. Tino needs to see another 8 or a diamond. 7 would be the worst news for him, would get him in a lot of trouble.
You got a hand, Tony?
I've got 2 cards.
I'm all in.
Re-raise all in.
Well, that's the way to play this kind of hand. He knows he can't be dead. He's got a pair and a 4 flush. Tony can't have him both ways. But Tony's got a big hand, and if he puts Tino on the kind of hand he's got, I don't imagine Tony putting this hand down. He knows this is an opportunity to get into a winning position. Not afraid to go out first. Very aggressive player. If he could see the cards, he'd know he was a reasonable favourite. Tino knows he wants Tony to fold.
I call.
Well, he hasn't. He's called. Good decision.
Probably with 3 8s.
King deuce, the hand for Tony. The 2 pairs, kings and deuces. 7, 8 of diamonds for the other player. He's got a pair of 8s and a flush draw. He needs a diamond.
Or an 8.
Or another 8. Tony's in front with 2 pairs, kings and deuces. Let's see the turn. Here is the 8.
Oh, there's the 8.
Oh well, that is very cruel. Only a king now for Tony G to save him.
It is a 6.
You got it all.
He made the flush as well.
Is it? I got a bit more, man.
I'm just going to let
I want a few early hands, so I've got you covered.
58-50 there.
I won one.
So a good start.
58.
As far as Tino is concerned, did get that little bit of luck getting the 8 on the turn.
Well, that hand really did play itself. That was the way both players had to play that, and a good call by Tony G, and he got punished unfortunately, but Tino did nothing wrong, and now he's in a very commanding position with more than double his starting chips.